So I had made a video about this before, but for whatever reason on my page, it kept saying that the video I had uploaded was still processing. I had uploaded the video a month ago, and no matter what I did, it stayed there. So I ended up just deleting the video. So I'm just remaking this video. This is the door hinge repair. The kit I used was a Dorman kit. I think it was 38400. If I remember right, that's the part number. In which the kit comes with 2 pins, and it comes with each kit comes with 2 like steel looking ones, and which I don't have any of the other ones because I ended up using all of them. They're like a brass fitting. They're like this, very similar, but a little bit smaller. In which to get the pins out, the factory ones, they have a little like wedge or lip on them, so even if you just hammer them straight down, they won't go all the way. So you can either just try and chip that off, or like what I did, I just ended up using a cutoff wheel and just cutting this top off and then just hammering it through. But I didn't pull the pins out until once the doors were off, like this side over here. The door was off when I started removing the pins, and you just put it back the same way you found it. The steel fitting only goes in one hole, and I don't know, as far as I know, because that's what the hole size was. Like this one here, it's only just the steel one, and the steel ones have like a little groove, or like a spline on them to like grip, just kind of like the pins. But, and then like for the uppers, you just use a spring compressor. It's like 2 little like V-shaped clamps that'll wedge in there, and then there's just a bolt that you'll just tighten down, and it'll squeeze this spring in so you can then remove it out. And that's for the uppers. The problem I ended up running into, which I ended up having to buy like 4 door hinge repair kits, in which I'm gonna have to buy another one, because I got this side in just fine. I got this side in just fine, and I got the passenger side done just fine. But the problem I was running into was these little, I don't know if you can see that clear enough, the little brass fittings like those, they crack very, very easily. So whenever you put them in place on the bracket on the door, you have to try and do it evenly and as carefully as possible, because like these holes here, well, not that side, but this was the one for the passenger side lower, which I ended up cracking so many. I used every kit that I bought, all the brass fittings out of them, in which I was just kind of stuck at a spot, and I tried to see if the steel ones would work, because obviously I had an overabundance of the steel ones, because you have 2 steel and 2 brass ones that come in each kit, and the brass ones are the ones that crack and break the easiest. So, and what I tried to do was drill out this hole to fit that steel piece, and it did not work out. So that's why I have to buy a new lower door hinge bracket. and put it on, and then I can put the passenger side door back on. But other than that, that is really the only issue that I have found with doing the door hinge repair. You just need the spring tool, in which you should be able to get that at any parts store, or you could probably find it on eBay cheaper, to be honest. But I think at the parts store it's probably only like $10 or something. And then you'll need one kit for each side of the door, if you're doing both top and bottom on both sides. But the only thing, like what I was saying, is just for good measure, if you're going to do the door hinge repair, is to buy at least one extra kit. That way you got spares. Because like I can say, I was using, I ended up trying to use like a really flat piece of steel. I even tried to use just a flat piece of wood. I even tried using a flat piece of wood that I tried wrapping with some foam I have. But no matter what I did, the foam wouldn't help, because it ended up pushing it cockeyed or whatever still. And you, like I said, you want to try and keep it as flat or with the bracket the best you can. Otherwise, because on the kit, just like these steel ones, I can say the same thing, they have this little lip on it right up top here. That was usually the first thing that would crack or break off, is right here on this inside edge. It would start to crack, and then it would split towards the outside on the top of this fitting. And that's basically really the only issue. Otherwise, it's pretty easy. The only thing I can say is that these doors are heavy, so make sure you got an extra set of hands. But otherwise, that's it.